Next thing we reviewing is this Star Wars book called Master and Apprentice. This book takes place pre-Phantom of the Menace. Maybe I should do a timeline video for Star Wars. What really drew me into this book was the fact that Qui-Gon Jinn was on the cover. I really want to know more about Qui-Gon Jinn. I really want to know about the impact that he had on the Jedi Council, on Obi-Wan Kenobi, on Anakin. So when I saw him on the cover of this book, I was like, I absolutely have to get it. I really feel like this book was gas. It's one of the best Star Wars books that I've read, and I've read a couple. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, that was that was mentioned in this book was a hitter. You got obviously Qui-Gon Jinn. You got Obi-Wan Kenobi, who we find out is a special case to join the Jedi Order. We got Count Dooku, leader of the Jedi Order, leaves and becomes Count of Serrano. We got an eerie Yoda, who didn't necessarily agree with Qui-Gon Jinn, but that didn't mean that he didn't believe in Qui-Gon Jinn. And I really like that eerie Yoda. I really like that eerie Grandmaster feel that Yoda gives. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, Grandmasters are supposed to be mythic and cryptic. And I really feel like this book gave that for Yoda. So hats off to the authors. I really want to talk about the lineage, man. You got Yoda, Dooku, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, Anakin. Like, that is a 5-man lineage that is untouchable. Think about that. 2 out of the 5 turned to the dark side. The other 3 became Force ghosts. I think that this lineage, man, had the most power in the entire history of the Jedi. This book really showed me that the relationships between the people in the Jedi, it's really a family. Qui-Gon is the dad, the grandpa, whatever you want to call it. Obi-Wan and Anakin are his sons, grandsons, whatever you want to call it. And you could tell, man, it carries over because it's flashing back between when Qui-Gon Jinn was a Padawan to after Phantom Menace. So it's really giving everything. I really feel like this book was good because it gave us more context about Phantom of the Menace. I feel like Phantom Menace was just a weird watch. It was a very dry watch. And now that you got that extra meat and potatoes going into it with Master and Apprentice, it's a good read, man. I like that the prophecy idea is something that was originally explored with Dooku, and something that was supposed to be a leader to the dark side. I feel like this part of the prophecy thing is what was missing in Revenge of the Sith with Anakin, and you know what I'm saying, how him having the vision of Padme dying is what Yoda said would lead him to the dark side. We didn't know that this is why Count Dooku left the order. He was obsessed with the prophecies, and then Qui-Gon Jinn became obsessed with the prophecies, but his was more from a light side perspective. I feel like that light side obsession with the prophecies gave it a healthier manifestation. Qui-Gon Jinn wasn't necessarily looking into the prophecies to gain power. He was looking into the prophecies to gain knowledge. And knowledge is power, but not in the way that Count Dooku was using it. Overall plot of the book was pretty buns. I really was only reading it for the major characters. But it's a good read, and if you want to read it, check it out.